lovely humans, welcome back to my art channel. My name is Taran, but I go by Dinavati because I use art making to forge growth and renewal. In this video, I am turning what many would consider to be a very mundane task into an opportunity to practice mindfulness through beauty. Today I am going to replace these bookshelves with a new bookshelf. The new bookshelf is not from scratch in any woodworking sense, but it is my own design. My current bookshelves have served me well for years, but they're not much to look at. I have two climbing philodendrons growing on top of the shelf, and recently one of them became too tall. I need a shorter shelf here so I can add another extension to the moss pole. I have the new plant shelf in the box here, and I've gotten similar shelves before. I get them on Amazon from a manufacturer called Bamworld. I like them a lot because they come like a Lincoln Log set that you have to build from scratch. This means that I have a lot of room to create my own shelf designs, even though the manufacturers definitely want you to follow the instructions. I designed another plant shelf using the same parts before, so I know it's possible to push the limits. However, I want to build a corner shelf for this spot, so the joiner pieces might make it impossible for me to create the design I envisioned. I'm going to unbox this shelf and build it in my studio, so let's find out together if my design will work. Okay, so here is what's up. You can see the other plant shelf I was talking about here behind me. And this I made as like a proof of concept several months ago now in preparation for building this, because I knew those philodendrons would eventually outgrow the space. I've designed and redesigned this a few times, and I've just had to redo the sketch again, so I'm actually going to have to take part of this apart. But if you can see here, that connector piece is rotated in ways that it's not supposed to be. And I think it's sturdy enough in there that that shouldn't be a problem, but it's still the most I've pushed the limits with what these shelves can do. So we'll see if it works. We'll see if, it'll fit in the space because I took measurements, but let's see if it'll fit everything that I need it to fit. I'll probably be taking it apart and rebuilding it a couple of times because that's how it went, just trying to figure out how to create this corner piece, and this is going to be 5 tiers tall when it's done, so it's a little ambitious. If you're new here, I am a multimedia artist, and I am also an avid houseplant collector and hobby seller. As an artist and botanophile, I take every opportunity I can to curate my plants, art, and design sense to make my space as beautiful as possible. For me, plants and art are an opportunity to meditate and be present. I am a neurodivergent individual, so I am always looking for ways to feel like I'm in my element. Art and plants are not only my business, they are a critical part of my self-care. And as a self-employed creative, I want to offer my journey to inspire and comfort others who also think of themselves as neurodivergent. Throughout the course of building, I took the shelf apart, tweaked the design, and rebuilt it several times. It was time-consuming, and I was worried I was going to start breaking the connector pieces by hammering them on and off the planks so many times, but it was fun. The process felt no different from feeling out the details of an art piece as you go. I got into a flow state and had dead mouse on my tailgate speaker to keep me company. Eventually, I made enough progress to realize that I wouldn't be able to get the shelf out of the studio door if I kept going. I finished adding the last levels in the living room, where the shelf will belong. Then came the not-so-fun step, which was transferring the contents of my old shelves to the new one. The new shelf wasn't quite big enough for all the contents, mostly because of the spot I allocated to a crawling philodendron I want to collect in the future. This meant I had to get prejudiced with my old notepads and folders. They were way overdue for organizing and purging, so I'm glad I was forced to do it. I took my time, not only organizing my library by genre, but creating the most beautiful book and journal display that I could. As I looked at my books and flipped through binders to condense their pages, I started finding nostalgic items. My copy of The Tale of Despero, graph paper with geometry constructs scrawled in my old mentor's handwriting, my first completed novella that I wrote about dinosaurs as a 7-year-old. It was very late by the time I called it a night. Despite going to bed a little stiff and sore from the day's project, I felt an inner warmth that can only come from reconnecting with one's childhood self. The next day, I assessed my only structural concern. Corner shelves are strong by nature of triangulation, but there were 2 spots on the shelf where I pushed the versatility of the joint pieces just a little too far. None of the joiner pieces can connect to the posts from all 6 sides, so I went to my garage to cut a couple extra posts to size. I sanded them down and wedged them into the spots where I couldn't insert them into the joints. I just wanted to make sure that all of the shelves had their weight supported on all 4 corners. Thanks to the structural integrity of the design, and a couple of command strip stickers, these shims aren't going anywhere. At last, I got to the final step of the project, switching out the art pieces to fit the new space. Please excuse the pajama pants I was wearing. And switching out the landscape on the right for an acrylic painting called Hoya, which was the first piece I completed for an in-progress collection that I call my Botanical Portrait Series. The piece on the left is from an edition of woodcut prints I made in college. Now that there's a moss pole standing right in front of it, I'm just shifting it to the side. As for the landscape I just moved, I'm going to hang it above my piano in place of a collage I did in high school. This collage is no longer up to my artistic standards, so I'll be keeping it as scrap paper to eventually create another collage. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, curating my plants and art together is my favorite way to decorate my space. And hey, if you like the vibe this bookshelf corner is giving off, I'll let you know that I have this artwork for sale on my website, my Etsy, and my Mercari. This original acrylic painting and high quality prints of it are available, along with black and white versions of the woodcut. My URLs are in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And if the time isn't right to bring these pieces into your home, you can also sign up for my newsletter to stay updated on special offers and new collections. And with that, my project was complete. What a huge aesthetic improvement. I think that's going to do it for this project. There were definitely moments while I was putting the shelf together that I wasn't sure if my vision would work out, but with some creative finagling, it all came together. And thanks to the triangular form resulting from it being a corner shelf, I am confident in the structural stability of my build. If you're interested in the shelves, I get them from Bamworld on Amazon. I do not have an affiliate link, but if this video does well, I just might reach out to the manufacturer to ask for an affiliate link. This shelf does far better justice to my space, my art, my plants, and my general aesthetic than the first shelves did. And now the old shelves are in my garage holding my wax sculptures. If you're interested in seeing me work on my sculptures, then please be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, because my next few videos will be focused on the intensive process of creating sculpture molds. Please give this video a thumbs up and a comment if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time in my sculpture studio because, my friends, the stakes are high and the drama is going to go down in that garage. You'll see what I mean if you come back and watch. Okay, bye.